Yes, hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Physical Education and Health 1. This is week 5. So we have bone strengthening exercise. Like muscle, bone is a living tissue that responds to exercise by becoming stronger, vital at every age for healthy bones. Exercise is important for treating and preventing osteoporosis. Not only can exercise improve your bones health, it can also increase muscle strength, coordination, and balance, and lead to a better overall health. Bone strengthening exercise are kind of activity, sometimes called weight bearing or weight loading activity, produces a force on the bones that promotes bone growth and strength. This force is commonly produced by impact with the ground. Examples of bone strengthening activity includes jumping jack, running, brisk walking, and weightlifting exercises. As this example illustrates, bone strengthening activities can also be aerobic and muscle strengthening. So what are the benefits of bone strengthening exercise? Slows the loss of bone density, lower risk of hip fracture, reduces the risk of falling and injuries from falls, reduces the possibility of arthritis and other rheumatic conditions. So examples of bone strengthening exercises. One is we have your hip rotation. So how do we do it? Lift one leg into a 90-degree angle while maintaining alignment in your knee, hip, and shoulder. Rotate the hip out slowly and controlled while keeping your hips in a neutral position. Hold each position for 3 to 5 seconds and work up to a specific number of repetitions, then switch legs. Okay, so here we have a video on how to perform hip rotation. So let's watch this.
A way to warm up your hip joint is to stand up nice and tall, put all your weight and your balance on one leg. I want you to bring your knee up. I want you to rotate out to the side. I want you to bring that foot down. All circular motions at the hip. This does require a little bit of balance. So if you do not have balance, I have another way to demonstrate for those who have a hard time keeping their balance. What you want to do is about 10 rotations on each leg. Up, out to the side, down. Up, out to the side, down. Make sure you get both legs.
Okay, so that's how you perform the hip rotation, okay? So next, we have your incline push-ups. This incline push-up exercise is geared towards special populations such as seniors, people with osteoporosis, joint problems, or general deconditioning, but it can be performed by anyone. It can be performed on anything that provides incline assistance such as bench, chairs, or chair. So how do we perform it? Hands should be about shoulder width apart. Keep the chest out, shoulders down and back, and the body in a straight line. Engage the glutes and abs and lower the chest down as far as possible without putting too much stress on the joints. At the bottom, fire up the chest and triceps. Flex your back and push yourself back into the starting position. The body should stay in a straight line. If you need to start at a higher incline, try a wall. Then as you get stronger, move your starting position lower. Okay, so like that. So here we have a video on how to perform incline push-ups. So let's watch this.
Full push-ups, And if you can't, then you can do incline push-ups instead. This exercise will allow you to get stronger and build more muscle so you can get better at push-ups over time. For this exercise, if you're doing it at home, you can do it on a kitchen worktop, you can do it on a table or even the windowsill, or if you're at the gym, you can do it on a box or a barbell. You want to start with your back and body nice and straight in almost like an extended plank position. You don't want your bum in the air, you want to keep your pelvis tucked in so your core is nice and engaged. With your hands on a normal surface, if it hurts your wrists, feel free to turn them out a little bit. We want to make sure we're doing full range of movement and keeping the elbows tucked in at all times. This will work your triceps better and take pressure off your shoulders. Just like the full push-up, the starting position must be started with your shoulder blades separated, and then as you go down, let your shoulder blades squeeze together, and as you push up, extend at the top. Common mistakes we see are elbows flaring way too out. So as we've just mentioned, keep them tucked in throughout. This will help protect your shoulders and allow the exercise to become more effective. We also see half reps. So when you are doing them on the incline, make sure you go all the way down so your chest hits the surface. Make sure it's just below your chest as well and not your neck. If you're doing them at the gym, then we suggest you do them on a barbell. Just make sure that your wrists are nice and straight and not bent back, as this will help push through your triceps and avoid pain. Then over time, lower the barbell so then it makes it more challenging and you can work your way all the way down to the floor. Doing them on a low barbell, a low incline, is just as challenging doing it on the floor. So take your time of getting better at these and you'll be doing full push-ups in no time.
Okay, so that's how you perform your incline push-ups. No? Sa mga, dati nagpo-push up ka, nakakagawa ka ng full push-ups, mga 50 to 100. Pero dahil yung pandemic, no, natenga ka na, wala ka nang nagawa, no? Nag-adjust ng katawan mo kasi wala ka ng activity and exercise, no? Kung gusto mong ibalik yun, no, mag-start ka muna sa incline push-ups all the way going to the full push-ups na kaya mong gawin. Okay? Para hindi mabigla yung iyong katawan. Okay? So next is we have your drinking bird. Wow, diba parang, sir, paano drinking bird? Okay? So ito yung isang example. Drinking bird exercise is designed for the general population. Holding a weight is optional. Make sure you can do the exercise properly without weight before adding it. So ito mga exercise na ito karamihan, mga senior ang nagpe-perform, no? Para at least meron silang light exercise and activity sa kanilang katawan. So hands should be about shoulder width apart. Keep the chest out, shoulders down and back, and the body in a straight line. Engage the glutes, abs, and the lower chest down as far as possible without putting too much stress on joints. At the bottom, fire up the chest and triceps. Flex your back and push yourself back into the starting position. The body should stay in straight line. So like this. And so here, I have a video on how to perform a drinking bird exercise. So let's watch this.
Drinking bird. Stand on one leg, other leg behind you. Bend forward from your hips, raising your back leg upwards as you do so. Do not allow your hips to twist as you bend. The leg you are standing on should be unlocked at the knee and the hip muscles should be working throughout. Straighten up by extending your trunk and lowering your back leg to the floor. Drinking bird.
So yun guys. So napakasimple lang, no? Kayang-kaya nyo siyang i-perform din sa bahay. Okay, so next is we have your chair squat. This chair squat exercise geared towards special populations such as seniors. So karamihan talaga senior ang people with osteoporosis, joints problems, or general deconditioning. But it can be performed by anyone. It can be performed without or without weights. Begin with your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, with your chest out, shoulders down and back. Core tight and hips in neutral position. Pushing the butt back and bending at the knees, descend into the seated position. Engage the glutes and quads on the way down. Keep muscles engaged once in the seated position. Do not sit all the way back or bounce or rock to get back up from the seated position. If a chair is too difficult, begin on something higher and work your way down. Okay, so here, let's watch the video on how to perform chair squats.
Let's cover the squat to the chair. Start by standing right in front of the chair. You want to make sure you're about a foot in front of the chair to make sure you sit down to the chair, but not so close that your legs rub up against it when you sit down. From here, cross your hands on top of your shoulders. Elbows are straight up, parallel with the ground. From here, shift your weight to your heels and sit all the way back to the chair and just gently touch. And as soon as you feel that touch, stand right back up. Once you get comfortable, repeat that same motion. This is going to be great for a beginner to get comfortable doing a squat, and it's going to be excellent for strengthening your quadriceps, your glutes, and it's going to be a great overall conditioning and calorie burning exercise. That is the squat to the chair exercise.
Okay. So later on, mapapansin nyo, hanggang doon sa last video na ipapakita ko sa inyo, napaka-dali lang nilang i-perform. No? Why? Kasi talagang, sabi ko nga sa inyo, commonly, itong mga exercises na to, ginagawa ito ng mga senior citizen. Sila yung main objective ng pagpa-perform nito. Kasi, alam nyo naman, pag senior, prone sila sa osteoporosis, no? So, kailangan paano nila papalakasin yung kanilang bones. Kaya ito yung pinaka-the best na ginagawa nila to perform it. Okay? Next is we have your balance reach. This is single leg balance reach exercise geared towards special populations such as seniors, people with osteoporosis, joint problems, or general deconditioning, but it can be performed by anyone. Begin with your feet shoulder width apart and lift one leg in front of your body, pointing toe of that foot, maintaining alignment in your knee, hip, and shoulder. Make sure your hips stay level and facing forward. Move the lifted leg slowly to the side of the body, holding at least 1 to 2 seconds. Then move the lifted leg behind the body, holding that position for at least 1 to 2 seconds. Repeat until a specific number of reps or alternate sides. Yan. So, ganyan yung picture nung pag-perform ng balance reach. Okay? So, kung gusto nyo ng in action, we have another video for that. Para makita nyo kung paano talaga siya ginagawa. Okay? So, here is an example of single leg balance reach.
So here's some techniques on how to properly perform this exercise. Make sure you're keeping your back straight and your head pointed towards the ceiling. You want to make sure you're keeping a neutral spine, which means the natural curvature of your spine. Point your leg out front, to the side, and then behind, ensuring that your hips stay level the entire time. Thank you for watching our video, and you can find more tips at PureBody.
So, ganun lang siya kabilis. So, pag perform mo siya, after nung one side, pwede mo nang gawin sa kabilang leg naman. Okay? So, repetition lang. Kung ilan yung kaya mong i-perform. Okay? Next is we have your pop squat. This pop squat exercise is designed for general population. It's a bone strengthening polymeric polymetric movement that should be done repeatedly without rest for a specific amount of time. Polymetric are jump drills intended to create maximum power and speed. They require quick transitions between extending and contracting muscles, sorry. Start in a standing position, jump out to a squatted position, then immediately pop back to standing. Make sure that land with your knees soft bent. Sit back in your heels with your knees behind your toes and land on the balls of your feet when you return to the standing position. And so here we have a video of how to perform pop squat. So let's watch this.
Position your legs using a wider than shoulder width stance with the toes slightly pointed out and knees slightly bent. Rest your hands on your hips. Keep your neck neutral and maintain a straight back. This will be your starting position. Descend into a squat by pushing your hips and butt backwards. Continue down until the upper legs are at or just below parallel to the floor. Inhale as you perform this portion of the movement. Once you reach your bottom position, begin to push through your heels to ascend upwards. Generate enough power to jump upwards. As you jump upwards, bring both feet inward towards one another so that you land with your feet a few inches apart. Be sure to land on your toes. As you land on your toes with your feet closer together, immediately propel yourself upwards and jump to return to the starting position. This is 1 repetition. Repeat for the recommended amount of repetitions.
Okay. So, ayun yung pagpa-perform ng pop squat. Okay. So, okay. So, for your activity, what you need, okay? So, please prepare proper exercise attire, rubber shoes, 2 plastic bottles with 500 ml filled with water, a sturdy chair. So what to do? Perform the following exercise, okay? So ayan, meron kayong exercise, no, MWF na kailangan i-perform. So instructions, do this exercise at the same time of the day. Warm up for 3 minutes before doing the exercise routine. On the given days, follow up the sequence 1 to 7 to give to the given exercise. Do each exercise for at least 40 seconds. Take 15 seconds active rest in between. Repeat the whole routine 3 to 5 times. Take 3 minutes rest after every round. Cool down with static exercise for 3 minutes after your last round. Okay, for activity 2, in 10 to 15 sentences, discuss what changes you have observed after doing the activity for a week in terms of your endurance, speed, strength, sleeping habit, and metabolism. Okay, another breathing during exercise. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can chat me in the group chat. Okay, so thank you for watching and God bless.